What's doing? Welcome back. You guys like the Ranger video where we share some common problems, but a bit of a disclaimer about that video and this video. It's not a shit can of the cars. It's not to promote other model cars. It's not to promote work. It's just to give you guys some knowledge of what we see here. I'm sure there's plenty of people out there with 600,000 kilometers on whatever make and model and never had a problem. But what we see here is these things in for common problems, and they are the common problems. And what we have today is NP300 Navaras and the common problems they have. We see heaps of them, and we see heaps no issues, and we see heaps with issues. Just be aware that, like I said, just disclaimer, no hate, just showing you what the common problems are, how to fix them, and what we think, recommend, highly, I don't know, just what we recommend you do. Just quickly on the discussion of the Ranger, one of my mates in Sydney actually rang me, and he's got a letter from Ford saying it's not a recall, but it's a bit of a field fix. Come in and we'll check your EGR cooler, see if it's leaking. If it's not showing signs of leaking, you're on your own, but if it is leaking, there is signs of it being detrimental to the vehicle, and you could have potential engine damage. So there is letters going around from Ford with problems with the EGR coolers. It's not just me making it up. We have them here all the time, and we try and avoid those problems. But anyway, without further ado, this is the Navaras. What are the problems? We got 3 of them in today. We've got one over here with problems. This one doesn't have problems, it's getting a lift kit. And this one has problems, but we're doing a tune and hopefully gonna fix some of the problems. All right, in the engine bay, the one we're gonna tune, I'm just reading a file out of it. I do have another car here on the dyno ready to go. So gotta get this one sorted, ready for that one. Anyway, this you'll see here is a hot pipe. These are super common to leak factory, and they leak oil down in there. So nearly every second Navara we have coming in either has these on from this manufacturer or from a different manufacturer, but super common to replace the hot pipes. Another common problem, we keep these in stock, is the intake hoses from factory. Their conduit here collapses, especially if you have a body lift, and makes the car surge and carry on. I have done a video on that in my other videos. You'll see I have got proof of it getting sucked in on the dyno, so we have these in stock to get them sucked in. Tuned, they'll do it when they're a little bit older, and body lift massively will do it. There's 2 little quick little things under the bottom of this one. We'll continue on, there's lots more. Go in through the inner guard here, we'll see this one has been leaking and has been fixed by the look of it. You can see all the soot there. That pipe there is the EGR pipe. They crack open and leak and blow soot everywhere. But also if you zoom in, I'll try and do it the same thing. You can see there the little heater control valve is broken. Super common as well. Back into the engine bay, another common problem has been recently turbos. They are starting to fail, single ones and twin ones. So we replaced them. They make noises, oily leaks and things. Another one is though, you'll see these bolts here, they're starting to do it here, start to pull up oil. If it's not the hot pipe that you've already replaced, it's generally going to be these 3 bolts across the top here that are loose. We tighten them up and we fix that problem with those. Try and pull them out with some Loctite in, tighten them up, and never have a problem again. Not that you can see it, but behind here somewhere is a intercooler. Still can't see it. Still can't really see it. Oh, it's right down here underneath when you're on an angle. Intercoolers in these stock are ridiculously bad, and that's the airflow it's getting straight on there. When we're on the dyno later, I'll show you the intake air temps. They skyrocket. We highly recommend an intercooler that sits up in here so you get good airflow for good performance of the vehicle. Right, so we're just inside this Navara tuning today. We've got all straight down, it's warming up, it's 56 degrees. You can see though, too far, that's our intake air temp and our current temperature. So our current temperature is at 30 degrees, say we're at 33 of intake air temp. So let's get this run up. It's going to be quite noisy. So instantly there it's come up to pick up 10 degrees in one run. So we'll do a couple of back-to-back runs and I'll show you the log so you can see what we got. So there's a couple of runs for you so you can see we're still about 30 degrees. But look at the intake air temps. Every run jumps and it increases as you go along to 55 degrees. Now that's a good one. It's not too hot in here today when it gets a bit warmer, and obviously as we do more runs, I've seen these things get up to 70 degrees of intake air temp, and it just pulls power. So intercoolers are a must on these cars. You run, say, a BT50, a D-Max, a Hilux, Ranger, any of those things, we generally see maybe 1 to 2 degrees of intake air temperature change over ambient, unless you're back-to-back. Even Land Cruisers, like the intake air temps in those with a top-mount intercooler, like you may get 3 degrees, 5 degrees. These things jump up, 25 degrees in one quick 10-second run. So you can imagine what you're like on the highway, you're pulling a trailer, it's just the intake air temperature is going to skyrocket and it's going to pull power, and you're just not going to have fun. So you can see there between the 3 runs, like while the peak's about the same, it's saving itself down low. So yeah, where you are normal driving, it's just pulling power, and pulling torque and all the way through. So yeah, intake air temps must be low to make power. And if you're interested in what we get after tune, that's what we get. So 109, 316, 141 and 402, nothing special with this car. It's completely stock. Yeah, DPF in, everything, still good results. Now while this one's on the lift, Liam's doing a lift kit in it. We'll have a quick look underneath and some common issues we have underneath. These dogs, for some reason, the locker, well, this one's not even a locker, this one's a poverty pack. There you go, so this one won't have any problems. The lockers play up in them, and what happens is the coil inside sits the bed and it won't engage the locker and throws lights on the dash, the dip lock module, and has these problems. Liam just had a boo-boo and lost his light. Yes. So yeah, this one's obviously an RX, I'm guessing. Oh, right, RX. CRX doesn't have a locker, so this one's probably going to be okay. But the ST, STX and so on all have electric lockers in the rear and they all play up. Another problem we have is wheel bearings. All the ABS sensors play up in them. This thing over here. And there probably is ABS sensors out there somewhere, China, whatever, but you need to get the wheel speed sensor, you need to buy a wheel bearing. You probably can get a China model, but if you want the car to be reliable and not break again, you have to get a whole new wheel bearing and replace the wheel bearing. Up inside here you can see that little green there with that little white tab on. I'll try and, if you can hold that for me, Liam, there somewhere. The green sensor here with the white plug, that's your intake pipe to your throttle body. They are glued in from factory. I'll try and zoom in. They are glued in, and then what happens is when you're towing or it gets hot with age, that little sensor there shoots out and you have no power, it goes nowhere. So there is upgraded throttle body pipes you can get for them as well. You may see online a heap of these with a big banana back. We can put bracing in here, in the chassis brace, because the load point here, yeah, it's not sort of the car problem, it's the way people load the car problem. They put a heap of weight in the back, whether it's towing a trailer or having heaps of weight in the canopy, will cause crackages through here. So there is a chassis brace that comes through and welds on. We've done a fair few of those. You can put that on both sides. That supports the chassis and stops it from cracking. So we're over to my third Navara in here today, but you can see this one's got another pipe on it. This one's not really attached properly, but they've done some more works in here because from the hot pipe there is an intercooler hose that goes from here to the intercooler. That leaks and creates problems as well. We're going to have to probably try and fix this with this guy, but that's another problem they have. This is what I was talking about, the factory hose. It actually collapses, especially with the body lift, or if it's tuned, it will just suck that straight in. So that's the hose we can replace for you. This one has an aftermarket airbox. The airbox are generally okay unless you break the tabs off when you're replacing it. But outside that, yeah, engine bay, I can't think. You just got to be careful with these things if you're working on them. People lean over and snap them off. You can buy that section separately, luckily, but yeah, they snap off really easy if you're not being careful. This one is in for lacking power. We found the problem. It had actually blown a head gasket. Customer's done head gasket and done heaps of work, but since doing it, I guess it's got no power. We found the solenoid for the boost. They're another common problem. We'll talk about them first. These things down here, boost solenoids, they're super common. Generally, if you have no cruise control and lacking power, it's a general sign they're faulty. You can, in the early models, replace the filters. You may as well just replace it. If it's sucked in and it's not working, you may as well just replace both solenoids again, working again. Have noticed in recent ones, though, the cruise control will still work, but it'll be very sluggish. This one was actually plumbed the wrong way, so we've plumbed it, we've got boost, but it's not controlling properly. We have found the vacuum line from the vacuum pump that comes through is leaking, so we need to replace that. I have replaced one of these front canisters before. This is actually like a vacuum tank, and it goes via around the filler neck. and I've had to replace one of these. It's actually cracked internally and was leaking, so it was continuously leaking vacuum and not running properly. These are common as well. What else we got? There's heaps of things in Navaras. I'm not just, like I said, not shit canning other makes and models, just giving you ideas of what we have in here, what common problems are with cars. And while I'm talking to you, I've just looked down. Another common problem is alternators. This one looks like it's had one already. And there's a tensioner idler pulley down in there. You can see him just there, that one there. That squeals, and a lot of people replace the alternator thinking it's that, but it's not. It's actually that belt pulley down there. But the alternators do fail. We've replaced a few of them. They don't like to get wet and muddy. So yeah, alternators are another one, but not, general motoring people, you won't notice it. It's just if you're going forward driving using it. This one does have an intercooler, like I was saying to you, so you can now see in behind the grill here, massive intercooler, and it will get some really, really good results in intake air temps instead of skyrocketing like we'll see on the next one we get on the dyno. For my next one, I'll wander over here to Jess and ask her a question, just so it's not me talking shit about cars. You can get someone who else has to work on them. And I'm pretty confident, she hasn't been prepped on this. I'm pretty confident that if I ask her this question, she'll answer with what I'm going to go through next. Hello.
Hi.
Nissan Navara NP300.
Yeah.
We're talking common problems.
Yeah.
What would you reckon number one common problem is?
Number one?
Yeah.
I don't know if I'd say the injectors.
Yes.
The diffs in them. We do a lot of those.
Oh, you can rattle off. Go rattling if you like.
I know there's so many other things that we do in them.
Yeah. But number one was the injectors.
Yeah. The injectors always rattling.
Yeah. All right. Continue with your exhaust repairs.
Yes.
Yeah, injectors. You'll notice I'll put a video in here of one we've done on a TikTok. I have my mate's NP300 here. We do a heap of them, and he has injector problems. It's been injector problems for a while. Here we've tried to baby it through a tune. We've tried to put in fuel additive in it, and nothing can fix it. So I'll just get my assistant inside the car here to give it a rev and load it up. So yeah, that's a video from TikTok we've done showing, or reel that we've done showing NP300 noises, what they make. The injectors are really, really rattly. The injectors die around 130 to 150k we're noticing. I have been told you can repair them. I haven't tried. Talking to trade guys on the weekend, we went to a trade show. I spoke to 3 different diesel injector suppliers. Asked them about it, and they said there are China parts out there people are trying. They don't last, they explode and create way more problems than what they're worth. So the only way to do it is replace the injectors. Roughly off the top of my head, it's around $4,000 at the time of this video to replace the injectors. They aren't cheap, but you will get another 130,000 k's out of it. Tuned, not tuned, Nana driving it, dad driving it, 18-year-old driving it, doesn't matter. Anywhere in the country, they are really, really bad. Generally, we're doing a set every 2 weeks. I've got sets them floating around here everywhere. I'll actually go show you some. So these are from mate's car, done 150,000 when he started noticing the rattle. I tried to fix it in the tune by taking a bit of rail pressure out because he wasn't too worried about power. Still didn't fix it. He's run that fuel additive, still didn't fix it. We put new injectors in, noise gone. So yeah, I've kept hold of these to maybe do a test to see if we can repair them and then maybe test them in his car. We can come back under Liam's car where he's doing the lift kit, but up in here we can't see it, but the rear main is also super common in these. If you're looking online, rear main seam leak. These things seem to fall out for some reason, and the pipe falls in there and then it squeals like a jet. That's super, super common. But yeah, rear mains, generally we've found as well, if they have CAT scans, a CAT scan filter gets blocked, finds the easiest route to create a pressure loss, and that's the rear main that shoots oil out the back. But yeah, generally under here, these things are okay. Boxes, diffs, drive lines, front diffs can fail if forward driving in reverse, and you pick up a wheel and it comes back down, it will explode the front diff. So you have it, NP300s, like I said, not shit canning them, we do work on heaps of them. I've had one, I've sold to Josh, who used to work here, he's now working in the mines, he still has his, no major problems at all. It's tuned, making big power, big torque. I don't think he's had anything really go wrong with it. A CAT scan did cause a vacuum pump to leak oil, but outside of that, yeah, no real problems with them. We get heaps of them in here. Happy to look after you guys. We have heaps of information. We carry heaps of parts for them. I've got exhaust, intake pipes, all that sort of stuff, intercoolers, everything in stock, just because I know they have common problems with them. Yeah, so that's the NP300 common issues. If you have any questions, any comments, leave them down below. If you have any other common issues that you know of, let me know. Yeah, I'm sure there's more. They're just the quick common ones off the top of my head, what we've got in display here at the shop at the moment. Like I said, yeah, just this isn't to, create hate. This isn't to poke shit on the car. This is just to let you guys know that there's common problems in these cars, and this is just volume 2. We'll go through heaps more other ones we have, and I'll stay tuned, I guess, and you'll see more. But yeah, hit that like, hit subscribe, and you'll see more, and I'll talk to you in the next one.